The Scarlet Letter is not a historical novel because although it is taking place at a recognizable place and it is also taking place at a recognizable time period, it is 17th century, the place is Massachusetts Bay Colony, but all the details are fanciful, not accurate. So many events are not given in a proper time period. Historical events are confused. Although we find there is a profound criticism of all the social, personal relations, and we also find a portrayal of economical, social, and political realities of its time, but still we can't declare it a historical novel. It has all the characteristics of a romantic novel of the 19th century. It has psychological study of its characters. It has a love at its theme. It has a personification of nature. It has focus on the individual, and it has supernatural element. It finally it has an idealistic view of nature. In the preface of the novel, the definition of the romantic novel is given. It says that life seen through moonlight, the familiar objects look strange and remote. When we psychologically analyze the characters, let's start with Dimmesdale. He is drawn in two directions. At one side, he has great love for Hester and his daughter Pearl, and also for Truth. On the other side, he is a coward and he is a weak person. And he hides his inner true feelings under his cowardice and weakness of his character, and also love of God. He hopes to do good. His guilt festers, and he is drawn to reveal the truth, and he finds the redemption through death. As far as Hester is concerned, she is possessed by the weight of Scarlet Letter, and she has come to terms with the shame over time. She decides to return to Boston, and then she again takes up the Scarlet Letter. As far as Chillingworth is concerned, he is possessed with a need for revenge. He is bent upon how to find the lover of his wife and how to take revenge. All these years he has wasted his time in just one cause. His soul is corrupted totally. After the death of Dimmesdale, he has become just an empty shell. Dimmesdale has died, the object of his revenge has been removed, so he has no one else to take revenge. And finally, he also dies. Hester is rewarded for good. As far as love is concerned, it is the basic theme of the novel. It is undying love of Hester and Dimmesdale throughout the story. It never dies. Nature is personified. It is personified in the shape of Pearl. Pearl is a wild, untamed spirit, just like wilderness. She has affinity with nature. She is gentler in forest than in the settlements. When she is garbed in an ornate clothing which is made by her mother Hester, she looks so beautiful like a wildflower. She is living in forest close to nature. And another element of this romantic literature is that nature reciprocates the emotions of the person who perceives it. It is just like in Urdu poetry. शहर तो उदास है ना से दिल तो उदास है ना से शहर क्यों साए साए कर रहा है. If you feel happy, all the atmosphere seems bright. If you feel sad, all the atmosphere looks gloomy to you. Similarly, when both Hester and Pearl are walking on a way to meet Dimmesdale, The path looks gloomy to Hester, but it looks bright and cheerful to Pearl because the feelings of both these persons are different. Joy and peace is felt in Forest when Dimmesdale decides to leave and Hester casts off the letter A of her chest. The whole story is focused on the individual, how an individual feels, how an individual suffers due to his sin, what effects are made on his life after just one incident, just one moment of the person's life. This sometimes destroys the rest of the life and sometimes builds the rest of the life. As far as supernatural elements are concerned, we find allusions to black men throughout the novel. We also find descriptions of Mistress Gibbons as a witch. Meteor is also seen making the letter A in the sky. All these elements are contributing to the presence of awe and suspense in the story. And finally, idealistic view of nature is this that the good is rewarded and evil is punished. All the characters, Dimmesdale is weak, coward, and he finds his redemption through death. Hester has learned to. Hester is rewarded for her good deed. She is making clothes for the poor. She behaves as a nurse for the needy people. The sign of her shame has turned into a badge of honor. Dimmesdale is hiding his sin. This feeling taxes him physically and his own redemption. He finds redemption only through death. Chillingworth, he is possessed for the need for revenge. This has corrupted his soul, and his redemption is only through death. Pearl is the only character that suffers for no fault of her own. She is a good child. She has no, she has not committed any sin of her own. She is punished unjustly, and that is why at the end Hester has been rewarded for good deeds. She is making clothes for poor. She is also working as nurse for the needy people. The sign of her shame that has been turned into badge of honor for her. Dimmesdale is hiding his sin. This has taxed him physically and spiritually. His redemption is found only through his death. Chillingworth, he has corrupted his soul, madly running after the need for revenge, and his redemption is also through death. Pearl is the only person who has not committed any sin of her own. She is a good child, and she has been punished unjustly. She has been cast off from the society. No child of the society plays with her. She plays with the natural objects, flowers, while living in the outskirts of the town. That is why she is rewarded through Chillingworth's inheritance. At the end, she goes to Europe and gets settled happily there. Justice is done. Dimmesdale has also confessed his sin. Pearl is rewarded and she leaves a good ending.